Saddles was this red-headed Jewish girl who didn't know who she was. She didn't know whether she was destined to sing at the Met, because she could have done it. She had the pipes. The only thing that held Madeline back was a strange, almost psychological flaw called modesty.
Mel Brooks was casting Blazing Saddles and looking for an actress to play Lily von Stupp.
I knew I was in the presence of a great talent when she auditioned. I said, can you do an impression of Marlene Dietrich? She started talking, and in 3 seconds I was on the floor. She had every, it's true, is it true what this, she had every W, every R, every mannerism. And then we hit an impasse. I said, show me your legs. In Blazing Saddles, we do a little pedestrian rides again, take off, and we would want you to straddle a chair and show those gorgeous Dietrich gams. She said, my legs are beautiful. I said, I ain't gonna hire you until I see them. Right then and there, she ripped off her skirt and showed me her legs, and her legs were sensational. I wrote a song called I'm Tired. It was the dirtiest song I ever wrote in my life.
Tired of being admired, tired of love uninspired. Let's face it, I'm tired. I've been with thousands of men, again and again. They promise the moon. They're always coming and going and going and coming, and always too soon.
Lifelong friendships were formed between the cast members of Blazing Saddles.
I was doing a number called Push Out Your Hands, Stick Out Your Hook, whatever, and it was very funny. Lots of dancers and cowboys. I always felt I was being treated very nicely by the Lord if I was around her. I really, really felt, you know, blessed. Some actors, you go, they're gone, okay, let's spread out, you know. But not with her, no, with her. She was like a gift, because she was so unique.
I would spend as much time as I could with Gene Wilder, Cleavon Little, Harvey Korman, and Madeline Kahn. I just wanted them around me all the time. They infused me with great joy and energy. If I could, I would have taken those people into every picture I ever did and just wrote the picture for them.
For this performance, Madeline was nominated for an Academy Award once again, just 1 year after her Paper Moon nomination.
I was stunned because I didn't think that they were hip enough to recognize the layers, the depth that her work was comprised of.
It was irreverent and it was in your face and all kinds of things. So to pull an Oscar nomination out of that kind of vehicle is just a testament to how skilled and talented she was.
Mel Brooks cast Madeline in his next film, Young Frankenstein. The movie starred Gene Wilder, Marty Feldman, and myself. Madeline's friend, Peter Boyle, played the monster.
Gene called me and said that he had outlined a Frankenstein movie. I read it, I loved it. We thought, why doesn't young Dr. Frankenstein have a fiancée that couldn't care less about reanimation of dead tissue? She cared a lot about earrings. We talked to Madeline about it, and she said, I know the character.
When the monster is going to romance her, she said, what are you doing? Get away from me. Let me go. And then there's a physical contact, and she sings, oh, sweet mystery of life, at last I found you. Well, it's probably the glorious moment of the movie.
Immediately following Young Frankenstein, Gene Wilder directed his own comedy, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes's Smarter Brother. Both Madeline and Dom joined the cast.
She had a vocal skill that exceeded anything you usually got in the comedy. She became so good at the material that she could do it very subtly in a lot of different ways.
Well, I'll be able to do anything I want with my voice, so that when I do comedy, I'll really be able to sing it well. That, to me, is the ultimate. I love humor mixed with music.
Madeline's hectic work schedule had left little time for intimate friendships. In 1976, she returned home to New York, where she met her best friend, interior designer Gail Jacobs.
I actually was able to find her an apartment in my building, and so we were neighbors. I always felt like taking care of her and protecting her, and she was very wise about certain things, but she was extremely vulnerable, extremely fragile.
Madeline missed some of the kind of nurturing that a more mature mother might have given her. I think she found that kind of nurturing in some of her women friends.
Madeline returned to work with Mel Brooks and Company in 1977's High Anxiety.
Well, she played a Hitchcock type. They're so beautiful. They don't talk well or much, and they don't think well.
They lit her with this Hitchcock-esque lighting. She had gorgeous hair. She looked quite beautiful, and yet she was saying all these silly things.
We'd give her a line, she'd give us a gesture, she'd give us a new line, we'd give her a gesture. I mean, it was just amazing. Like they say, hand in glove. Meant to be. Meant to be.
Next,